All right, Frank. Yeah, so cold enough. I wanted to kind of hibernate like a bear or kind of, just stay still like an iguana. I guess falling from a tree.
Temperatures will do that to you.
They will do that to you. Not exactly the most motivating kind of weather setup. But you know what? If you did venture out early this morning, you certainly had the cold. You probably grabbed a hat, maybe even some gloves as well. That wind was still blowing pretty good. And we had the wind chill. All right, so we do continue the weather impact alert here for tomorrow morning. It's cold. Patchy frost is possible. You will likely have to throw on a jacket, perhaps not needing as many layers as what we had this morning. All right, speaking of tomorrow morning, starting out in the lower 40s here, keep in mind Tampa dipped down to 38, snapping a 133-year-old temperature record. And then by 9 a.m. we're at 53. Those temperatures coming up, and we might even touch 70. I'm forecasting 69. That's a lot better than what we got to today. All right, frost advisory in place here, shaded in blue. You can see that frost advisory here as we move up towards Citrus County and Hernando County. Further southward, it is in fact a red flag warning, which is in place. This is really cool, but one of the problems and one of the reasons we have the red flag warning are the super low dew point temperatures. Tampa at 24 degrees. That is just some crazy dry air. These numbers could climb as high as into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees in the summertime. We have that air you can wear stickiness, that blanket of moisture over us. So look at that departure here. That is 55 degrees colder on those dew point temperatures than what we typically deal with in the summer as well, or could deal with in the summer. Temperatures for the most part, Port Richey at 54, Land O'Lakes at 54, Zephyr Hills at about 51, Dade City, you've got 51 as well. Let's pull it on back here. And as we head down to Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, we're in the mid 50s, so those temperatures are on the cool side this evening as well. Current winds on the lighter side, Zephyr Hills at 6, Winter Haven at 10, as we move down towards Arcadia at about 6 miles an hour. So the winds have dropped out pretty nicely. Futurecast, quiet as we head through tomorrow, midday, not looking too bad as we, move into, I should say 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, then midday tomorrow shaping up nicely. Notice the wind is a little twinge of northeast to it. That's actually going to help starting to moderate our temperatures, and we start to get into that late afternoon or so and kind of grabbing some milder air here off the Atlantic and kind of ushering it across Florida and in towards the Bay Area. Satellite and radar picture shows us high pressure in place. That is certainly a good thing. That's going to help displace some of the colder air, that and the jet stream sort of retreating back north where it should be, and allow the warm air to kind of get back to Florida and helping us warm back up. All right, so another vantage point looking okay at the hour. Forecast wind chills, tomorrow about 40, Homosassa at 40, Orlando at 40, Jacksonville at 37. You head into South Florida, Miami, and Brevard County at about 60. All right, so here's the deal. Forecasted lows, St. Pete at 50, one of the warmer spots, but that low in Crystal River, 32 degrees. So you head a little further northward up towards the Nature Coast. Boy, we've got colder temperatures. 45 degrees tonight, mainly clear. Frost advisories tomorrow, where it's 69. It's a mild afternoon. Let's get a check of that 7-day forecast here. Continuing the weather impact alert early tomorrow. Then we're done. Done. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, lots of done. So I can't emphasize that enough with the cold air, right? Highs over the weekend near 80. I know Frank's going to be happy. I don't want to make you wait till Mondays, but I stayed on the conservative side for